Hi, today I'm going to show you some quick and easy techniques to paint this colourful wildflower landscape. The colours I'm using today are black, titanium white, phthalo blue, light green, cadmium yellow and alizarin crimson, but you can use any pink or colour that you'd like to paint your flowers. The first thing I'm going to do is paint the sky a really nice summer blue colour. So I've got my phthalo blue, a little white. I'm using a large filbert brush, but you can use any large flat brush that you have. And I'm going to paint the top third of the canvas this really nice blue colour. Then I've got a sponge. You can use any sponge. This is an old household sponge and I've ripped it a little bit to make it slightly uneven in places. I've got some white paint and I'm just going to dab that on and try and get the shape of some loose clouds. I'm making them slightly rounder and more fluffy on the top, and then as we're coming downwards they're a little bit flatter and thinner underneath, especially as they're fading away into the distance. Then you can come in with any soft fluffy brush that you have and we're just going to soften a few of those edges. So I'm just dabbing the brush on, smoothing out a few harsh lines and making everything blend nicely together and soften up. And that's it, a really pretty summer sky. Now I'm going to add some light green to the blue mix. I've got my medium filbert brush and I'm just going to put in a very loose line of trees in the distance. So I'm using the tip of the brush to get the round tree shape, and then I'm putting the brush on its side to get those taller, thinner trees to give just a little bit of difference. Doesn't need any detail, just put them all the way along the horizon. And then we can start bringing in some really nice colours, and this is going to give the effect of sort of flower meadows and colourful flowers in the distance. So I've got a little alizarin crimson with some white. I've got my green again. I'm letting those colours blend together a little bit and just bringing them down. Might add a little blue in as well. So we've got phthalo blue and a little white again. Put some nice blue flowers in the distance here. And really you can just put whatever colours you like, wherever you like, and make the painting your own. Maybe some nice yellow as well. Just blending it all together. Now I'm going to make a really dark green colour. So I've got my light green, I've got some phthalo blue, a little cadmium yellow just to make it more green, and I've put a tiny amount of alizarin crimson just to darken it up a little bit. You can also add some black to make it even darker if you need to. And then I've got my medium filbert brush again, and I'm using the tip of the brush and the shape of the brush, which is slightly curved, to build up the silhouette shape of the tree. Take your time, slowly build up the shape. You can have the branches sort of slightly drooping downwards, and you can turn the brush onto its side as well to get some nice sharp edges and points if you need to. And just slowly build it up until you get a shape of the tree that you're happy with. And while we've got the dark paint, I'm going to put sort of a little mound of grass, a little small hill for the tree to sit on, and that'll make a nice focal point in the painting. And we're really just blocking off the general shape of the hill, bringing it down and slightly softening and blending it into the other colours. And then if you have a small round brush or a medium round brush, we can add in a few details. I've got the same dark colour. I've added a little black to it to make it slightly darker, so we can put in the trunk, maybe a few little branches. Still just the silhouette, so we're not too worried about detail. A few little branches on the ground, and maybe a few little extra dark shadows just under and around the tree. Now we'll make a lighter colour green so we can put some nice green highlights on. So I've got my light green and yellow. You can use your medium filbert brush for this, or like me, you can find just a cheap, coarse, round brush to dab on that light green colour over the top, just thinking about the shape of the branches and leaving some of the dark shadow areas underneath. We'll put a little bit on the ground as well where the sun's shining. Doesn't need to be detailed, just a few little dots. Maybe a little bit at the front as well. Next I've got my fan brush, and this is going to fill in the bottom half of the painting really quickly. So I've got my lovely bluey green colour again. The paint's still quite wet, so we can blend everything really nicely together. And we're going to use the fan brush to put in lots of different colours and just blend all of that in, moving downwards. I'm still thinking about the shape of the land and how it's falling away on the right hand side. I've got my brighter yellow again. I can put in a lighter bit here. And the fan brush is really good for this. Maybe some pink. So I've got my alizarin crimson, a little white. Blending that into the green, just to give that illusion of some really nice wildflowers in the distance. And then as we're getting a little bit closer, we're about halfway down the canvas, I'm going to change the direction of the brush, and I'm sort of moving up and down to try and give more of a spiky grass effect. Again, it doesn't need any detail because a lot of this is going to be covered by the foreground. We just want to slowly build it up. I've got my light green colour again, and I'm going to use this to block in and mark out where the path's going to be. I think that will lead us nicely into the painting as if we're heading towards the tree. So we'll just block all of that in quite roughly first of all. And then we'll also block out either side of the path, again with our fan brush, with a really nice dark green colour. Much the same as we used on the tree in the beginning, with a little bit lighter as we go backwards. Doesn't need to be tidy, just needs to be covering the canvas. And then the next thing is to start building up all of the wildflowers in the foreground. So we'll start by putting in the smaller ones right at the back. And for that really it's just little dots on the canvas. I'm using blue, I've got my filbert brush again, and then also a small round brush that's just going to put in a few little blades of grass sticking up. Build your colours up, put some nice pinks in, a few darker ones, maybe add some white for some lighter ones. Again, it's just little dots at this point. And if you make a mistake, don't worry, all of this can be covered. We're just really slowly trying to build up the general shapes and think about the path and the flowers on each side. So we'll put in some shadows, and then we'll start working on the flowers more in the very foreground. So I've got my dark green paint again, medium small round brush, and we'll just start putting in some darker blades of grass, some shadows, to give a little bit of interest in the foreground. When that's dry, we can come in and start painting the bigger, brighter flowers right at the very front. And you can use whatever colours you like. I'm going to use a mix of colours, so I'll start off with a pale blue and some white. And again, it's just the general shape. Use the tip of the brush to get the shape of the flowers. You can put some on their sides and some with the face of the flower looking towards you. And just place them wherever you think they'll look nice. As long as you make them bigger in the foreground and smaller as they go into the distance, that'll work really well. It might take a little bit of time, but it's worth it just to slowly build it up. And then I've got my liner brush. You can also use a small round brush if you don't have a liner. And we'll just start putting some blades of grass and some taller parts peeking out the top of the flowers. And these fine details can often make a big difference. Keep the paint nice and thin, you'll get a nice fine line. And we'll just pop those in front of the flowers. And then when they dry, we can put even more flowers in front of those. And it really just is a case of slowly building it up like this until you get something you're happy with. Thanks for painting with me today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please consider hitting the like button. It really helps me grow the channel.